Pete, you're the star. We want to defend your power rankings. Do we really, though? Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football showcase New York teams that stunk the joint up, but the Jets actually kept it close. The Giants, woof. What do you have the Giants over the Jets? You sure about that? Because the Giants stink. Yeah, did you do that? Did you do that before the game on Monday night?
No, but overreaction to Zach Wilson. I mean, are we really going there already after 1 week? He looked like a functional NFL quarterback 1 week, and now Daniel Jones, they're so banged up. I mean, that's part of the problem with them. And I know Aaron Rodgers isn't there for the Jets, but this league has gotten, and the media especially, has gotten so out of control with the overreactions for one game.
What about 4 games for the Giants?
Huh? Yeah,
they played crappy in 4 games.
Yeah, 3. They played terrible for 3.5 games, man.
The offensive line is awful, by the way.
What about the Seahawks offensive line? They don't make any excuses about those guys being banged up.
Well, I mean, they're banged up, but they have better players outside too, don't they, to throw to?
Yeah, but I mean, I think the Jets are better.
By the way, the correlation that I made all throughout the offseason with the Giants. And I think it makes sense, but obviously the quarterback situation is different. 2017 Buffalo Bills go 9-7 with Tyrod Taylor. They draft Josh Allen. They find a quarterback, and it was like everybody knew they were really lucky to go 9. And they had 9. They go 9 and I hate this 9-7. Make the playoffs, lose in the first round, and then the next year they go 6-10. They started out 1-3. Just interesting. And the point being is, like, you get Brian Dable, you get Joe Shane from Buffalo. It felt like they got lucky to get in the playoffs last year. And now, do you think they're a victim of their own success?
Yeah, but they can't get rid of their quarterback. They just paid him.
I know. Well, just like, remember, people were like, oh, they drafted Josh Allen. Well, they're screwed.
I mean, I don't know if this feels like the Bills. It feels more like Jacksonville, where you had a playoff run with Blake Bortles, then you decide you tie yourself to him by giving him a contract, and that was the overreaction, and that's exactly what the Giants are doing. They just dug their own grave because now they're tied to Danny Dimes for at least 2 more seasons, whether they like it or not.
Danny Dimes wasn't good last night.
He's not the problem.
Yeah, he's not the problem.
What quarterback would have been good back there?
And nobody.
There are a couple, and Mahomes probably would have still found a way.
Yeah, but you still can't have a backbreaking fumble and give the other team a free touchdown and then throw the ugliest pick six. That wasn't the offensive line's fault.
That's true.
Well, not just the pick six. You got to throw to the corner. He had Waller in the back.
Aaron Waller was wide ass open.
Yeah, and Waller, by the way, hadn't done a whole heck of a lot either.
I think he's hurt.
He's always hurt.
Yeah, that's true too. They had him blocking a lot last night because everyone else was hurt, but then you're not using them. The running game was sort of okay. The special team stunk. And to Breach's point, it doesn't matter whether you're Patrick Mahomes or Daniel Jones with no arms. You can't throw that pass right to Devin Witherspoon.
No. And it's not like Seattle's that good, and they didn't do a whole heck of a lot on offense last night either. So
didn't need to.
The Giants, they didn't. But if the Giants score there and make it 14-10, do they at least get into the game in the
I think the game's a lot closer.
Yeah.
But you know that Pete Carroll has zero respect for that team because he went for it on 4th down, which is something he has never done in 73 years.
He never goes for it on 4th down.
Yeah, and that even gave him a little bit of life. But you know what? You go for it when you sit there and know they're not going to go score. They can't score.
And also, like, that Noah Fant 51-yard catch down to the 1-yard line was so fluky. I mean, it looked like he stepped out of bounds 4 times. His knee hit the ground.
They also busted the coverage on that. And,
you know what the next gen stats said? They said that there was 15.3 yards of separation between Noah Fant and the next closest Giants defender, which is somehow second worst this season. And Joe Musso was like, the Bengals are Breach. The Broncos are definitely number 1. They've blown so many coverages this year.
They blew something like
0.3 yards.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
The guy he's supposed to get outside, and he stayed inside, and that was easy.
They stunk. Every phase.
They stunk on the joint. At least, like,
Thibodeau had a couple sacks. That's a good sign.
Who did?
Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yeah, he looked good.
He dropped an interception, but okay.
Yeah, that would have changed the game right there. It's funny how, and every coach says this. There's 4 or 5 plays every game that change the outcome of the game, and you think about it. It's not just they change the outcome of the game; they change the feel of the game. If he picks that off and runs in, it might be a different game.
It was a tough play, but I'm sure he thought he should have made it.
Well, the first bobble, maybe. The third one, he should have pulled it in. He should have. You know what he should have done? He was trying to catch it and run. He should have dove for it and got on the ground and would have had a pick.
They get so excited they can't do that.
So I think your top 5 is. I actually called it on yesterday's show before you sent it in, and I said it would be 49ers, Eagles, Chiefs, Bills, and then probably Cowboys. I think was the phrase I used. I think it's a pretty solid top 5. Like it's hard to argue with any of those. And if anybody wants to say, oh, Chiefs, like I think Bills could be 2 or 1. I think Bills could be 1.
You
Honestly,
can make a case. They can't be ahead of the Eagles. They're undefeated. They've won.
Right, Eagles and Niners are undefeated. Right, exactly. So I'm fine having them 1 and 2.
Make a case for the Bills over the Chiefs, but you could also say, the Chiefs went to New York and beat the Jets, and they didn't.